Let's move into the world stage, because this is one place where I think the contrast between Biden and Trump will probably be quite conspicuous. I mean, Biden has been pretty blunt on this. He said recently, day one, I'm going to be on the phone with our NATO allies saying that we're back and you can count on us. And Trump, he only had one term, but who knows what Trump would have done with respect to America in the world in a second term. His instincts on withdrawing from the world have been quite common in American history, but Biden does appear to want to return to a world role, a leadership role. It's interesting that his pledge to return the US to the World Health Organization is not amongst the initial executive orders he's planning to sign, I think. But do you think we can take him at face value that America will resume a sort of more tradition, the role that it was playing under the Obama regime? Do you think, is this the third term of Obama regime in foreign policy as well as domestic policy?
Well, there's an interesting argument, Phil, that even under Obama, America was retreating from the world, and not as engaged as it had been in the kind of Clinton and sort of Cold War era. And of course, the Bush era was strange because of Iraq and Afghanistan. But and certainly wasn't retreating from the world. So I think Biden, in many ways, there will be a huge sigh of relief in foreign capitals that you have an American president who wants to engage with the WHO, stands by America's treaties, such as the ones that were signed for the Paris Climate Accords, and very importantly, actually, the Iranian nuclear deal. And you'll have America and the team he's chosen, Secretary of State Blinken, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. These are all very well-known characters on the international stage. So I think much of that will look normal. And because of the contrast with Trump, everyone will think of it as a kind of return of the United States to the sort of center stage of the world. But it doesn't actually necessarily represent that, because the United States is becoming, in general, I think both in the Democrats and the Republicans and in the general public, more isolationist. You've now got rival big powers, most obviously China, which weren't the case in the kind of immediate post-war Cold War period, where America was the only big country on the block. So I think some of the kind of enduring trends are there. And I think we might mistake the fact that Biden wants to speak to his friends and the fact that Biden doesn't regard Europe as an enemy as being so extraordinary that we miss the bigger picture, that we're in a new era of big power politics in which the United States is the biggest player, but not the only player.